Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hello and welcome to Tuesday night. It is our on deck show on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. How you guys doing tonight? I'm joined by my man Chris P. Bacon. At night he doesn't get extra crispy. He only does that in the sunshine. So how you doing? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How's everybody doing?
Well, we're doing good, and we are planning to be joined by Dirk. If you guys don't know, Dirk coaches a 15 and under baseball team. I'm positive that's the age group. He's finishing up 7 o'clock. He normally finishes practice, gets home, so he should be on shortly with us. So Chris, got about a month left in the baseball season. Our teams are out of it, but what have you seen the last few weeks on our on your Rangers?
That 90 to 95% of the time we're losing. Last night we actually won a game.
Oh, okay.
I know, and I believe tonight we're playing. I think we're playing right now. Let's see. What about your Twins?
Well, let me fill you in. As you guys know, last week I wasn't here. I was actually at the Twins-Cubs game. It was a pretty good game. Both teams had chances to put some runs on the board. I think it was late in the game. Cubs had bases loaded, got out of the jam. I thought that was going to be the turnaround, and we're going to be hyped up with Cubs ticket. It didn't happen. The Cubs sealed the game with a late home run by Happ, I think it was, in the 8th or 9th inning. Twins just don't have no firepower. I mean, they got the guys there, but it just, I don't know. They just seem like they're just going through the motions right now. There was a ball hit to where I was sitting. I don't know if I'm almost positive I got on screen. It was a triple that the Cubs hit. You probably saw me, a big blob jumping in there to try to catch it. But, I mean, it's good to watch baseball live. I mean, honestly, it was probably 50-50 in the fan base between Cubs fans and Twins fans. Where I was sitting, I would say there was probably no more than 15 to 20 Twins fans, and the rest were all Cubs fans. So felt a little outnumbered, but again, I enjoy going out to the stadium. Stadium was good. Spent a lot of money. Had some excellent rib tips. Of course, drank some pop. I'm not a big beer drinker, but the son had his ice cream Dippin' Dots that he likes, and got a couple souvenirs for him. And so outside that, I enjoy baseball. It's kind of heartbreaking that I can't sit here and talk about how I think the Twins are going to pull it off and we're going to make a run because they're like 20 games back and stuff like that. So
just be optimistic. I mean, anything can happen between now and the end of the season.
Well, yeah, but it's a 0% chance. I mean, I don't think they're mathematically out, but they would have to go on a heck of a winning streak. And trust me, if they do that, I will move to Canada like everybody else.
like everybody that bets on something. If they don't do this, if they don't win, I'm moving to Canada.
Yeah, if this guy wins presidency, I'm moving to Canada. Of course, nobody does. So, but outside of that, I mean, what else have you seen in baseball games this past week that we can talk about a little bit?
I saw one player hit the run into the catcher.
Oh, okay.
Like they were going for a fly ball or something, and I think just it was like a freak accident kind of thing, just runs into him. But the catcher was okay.
Yeah, you'd think the catcher would be okay most of the time. Get run into because they're the ones with the most padding on there. Unless you got like Cecil Field or Prince Field or some big guy running around. And if I get hit by one of those guys, I might get hurt. no matter how much padding I got. But I mean, outside of that, uh, um, last week I saw, and I really wanted to talk to Dirk about this. So when he pops on, we're going to have to remind me to come back to this. But
Yeah.
last week there was a AAA game. Pitcher and batter were hitting, pretty much in a battle. I think it was. Finally, the hitter got him, hit a home run. Starts trotting around, and they're jabbing, they're talking, and he gets around second, and he says some things to the shortstop, and he got the third, and they started fighting. The hitter actually started pounding him, and so what do you think? I mean, is fighting something that baseball should try to get away from, or I mean, is it part of the game? I mean, I know emotions drive it, but I mean, what do you think?
I think there should be a little fighting. I mean, nothing like hockey, but
Yeah,
you're gonna have those tempers where things aren't going your way. You're losing the game, something like that.
oh yeah, you get emotionally and emotions fly. I mean, I get it. You're just in a battle with the pitcher, and yeah, you're gonna talk trash. I don't think there's much. I mean, the trash talking is part of the game. I think that's just me. So, welcome in Adam Barber. He says, "What's up, guys? What's up, Adam?
What's
Hope
up?
you're doing good. I know your Braves are in a playoff run. Adam, why don't you drop a couple comments on how you think the Braves are going to do with Will Smith being the Cy Young Award winner closer there? I know you love Will Smith, so
Hey,
let me know what you
at least it's not a negative, question or something.
think. Yeah. So we got. Let's go over some finals here. Actually, there ain't no finals yet. So,
Oh wow!
Yeah, no finals yet. So, Twins and Indians, bottom of 8, must have just started. 2-0 Twins.
You said bottom of 8th.
Bottom of the 8th. 2-0 Twins. That's what I got. So Giants and Rockies. End of the first, 3-0 Rocky or 3-0 Giants. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Top of 7, the Pirates versus Pirates over the Tigers, 3-2.
Right.
Mets and Marlins tied at 6. There's a team I definitely want to get Dirk's opinion on because he is a Mets fan. What's happening with the Mets? I mean, they're free falling. So
I wish I had that song playing, but
yeah, exactly. Top of 7, we got Baltimore over the Royals, 6-2. Middle of the 6th, so going into the bottom of the 6th, Blue Jays over the Yankees. Thank God, go Blue Jays. 4-1 there. Top of 7, the Rays over Boston, 8-1. We got the Braves and the Nationals, top of 5, 5-1 Braves. So if that score keeps going, then Adam will not see the greatest pitcher alive, Will Smith, pitch because they won't need him. The Reds and the Cubs. The Reds are up 2-1 over the Cubs. You got Philly and the Brewers. Brewers 3-0 over the Phillies at the top of the 5th. Start of the 5th here, Cardinals and Dodgers. Dodgers up by 2. And then we got bottom of the 4th, I'm sorry, Astros and the Mariners, 2-0 Astros. Sorry, Sarge. I wish the Seattle could start doing something. And later tonight, after the show ends, we'll have the White Sox, Athletics, Rangers, and Diamondbacks. And then tonight's game, Angels and the Padres. So yeah. So, got some close games going right now. So standing wise, I mean, I know we talked about it the last couple weeks. To me, I think most of the divisions are kind of wrapped up. We'll get into some of them. Tampa Bay's 8.5 over the Yankees, 9 over the Red Sox. So, barring a miracle, I think Tampa Bay is probably going to get that division with the wild card being Yankees and Boston. I mean, they might battle for 2nd and 3rd. What do you think? You think anything might change in that realm there, or?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
Do you?
No, I think I mean outside of 2nd and 3rd, I think barring a big collapse, I think Tampa's gonna lock it up here soon. I mean, there's what 20, 25 games left roughly. They play 162, so
Hmm.
yeah. So sooner or later,
Roughly.
the magic numbers are gonna start popping up. White Sox, another team that pretty much has it locked up. Cleveland's 10 back. After that, I wouldn't even talk about. So,
Aw,
and
interesting.
and actually, right now they're predicting Cleveland out of the playoffs. So,
Ooh.
yeah, they pretty much gave it to the White Sox right now. So, and then in the West, we got Houston 5.5 over Seattle, 6 over Oakland. So, right there, I mean, another division. A couple bad streaks, and we could see a different one. So, I would say Houston, is riding strong right now, but Seattle and Oakland get hot. What do you think?
Um. Yeah, I kind of see it staying the same. I don't
Yeah.
see much going
All
on.
right. So it looks like the battles are in the NL. Well, actually, first we'll cover the let's cover the wild card for the American League right now. So it looks like the Yankees are half a game up on Boston, Toronto. Toronto and Seattle are sitting three back, and the Athletics are sitting 3.5 back. So, yeah, because they got what, 3 wild cards or 2? No, they must
3.
have 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now, the battles are going to become
Oh
between
no,
Toronto and Seattle.
actually, it's 3. Your division winners and 2 wild cards.
Oh, 2 wild cards. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now it's Yankees and Boston, as Toronto and Seattle are battling along with Oakland to get in there. So, right now they're 3 back. So, Boston doesn't have much room to lose here if they want to make the playoffs. So,
Yeah.
so
It's coming down to the wire for him. I mean,
yeah, it's going to be a battle for the wild card. Personally, I think the American League divisions are wrapped up. I think
in
Tampa,
all of them.
Chicago, yeah. I mean, Houston might be the one that I can see changing, but I think Tampa and Chicago definitely has got it wrapped up. They could just coast right now.
They could, yeah.
Yeah. So, in the National League, in the East, you got the Braves, a game and a half on Philly, and 4.5 or 4 back is the Mets. So, there's a little battle there with Philly and Atlanta. I know they've been jockeying for position, but what do you think? You think Atlanta can hold on, or Philly?
I'm hoping.
Do you think the Mets can make a run here?
I'm not really fond of teams in Philadelphia, so I'm hoping Atlanta can pull some out.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd like to see, I kind of like to see the Mets pull it off, but, 4 back with, X amount of games left. I mean, it might be tough. I mean, Atlanta might do it. I mean, like I said, they got the great closer, Will Smith. I know we got some Braves fans will argue with me, and I mean, rightfully so. I mean,
I forgot about him.
Yeah. So, Milwaukee division's locked up. I think Cincinnati's 11 back, Cardinals 13.5 back. So, I don't think that division is going to change. They do have Cincinnati at a 37, almost 38% chance of making the playoffs, so might get a wild card spot there. But outside that, the division's wrapped up. And then the final battle, Padres have fallen off the face of the earth in that division, but they also have a 42% chance of making the playoffs. So, but you got San Fran at 1. You got the Giants 1 back of them. So right there, I know they got some games left, and I know they battled this past weekend. So Giants and Dodger fans, be ready because that's going to be a battle coming down to the wire. So what do you think there, Chris? Do You go Giants, you go Dodgers. You hope both teams just fall apart and nobody wins, or what are you thinking?
Giants are a hot team right now.
Mhm.
Dodgers are the defending champs. I'm going Dodgers at least right now.
Okay. Yeah,
What about you?
I mean, both teams are going to make the playoffs. Once you get into the playoffs, all hands on deck. You're going to play to win. Unless you're Tampa Bay, then you're going to pull your starter when he's pitching a gem and lose the World Series. But anyways,
Yeah.
God, it's tough because I mean the Dodgers made a lot of moves to make themselves better. The Giants, I don't recall making any big splashes in the trade deadline. They might have made one, but it seems like Dodgers brought in a pitcher, brought in hitters. I mean, if I'm a true fan of baseball, I'd like to see Pujols get the ring. So I guess I would be pulling for the Dodgers. It'd be kind of weird seeing him win the ring with the Dodgers and not with St. Louis or Anaheim, where he spent most of his career at. So,
But the Dodgers won last
yeah,
year,
and
or
so
did they?
you
I don't know.
like the almighty Ric Flair said, to be the man, you got to beat the man, and Dodgers
Mhm.
are defending champions, so
They're the
you want
man,
that
so to
crowd,
speak.
you got to beat them. So,
They're that man, so to speak. So
yep,
you got to beat them.
exactly. So looking at the NL wild card, Dodgers are 13.5 up on the second place Padres. So Dodgers should be in either as division champs or the wild card. And then after San Diego, they got Cincinnati 1 back, Philly 2 back, St. Louis 3.5, Mets 4.5. So there's still some jockeying there for that last wild card spot. I really hope the Padres do it. They got a young team. I know they're going to be around. Actually, Cincinnati, I wouldn't mind doing. I don't recall the last time they were in the playoffs. Philly, I don't want to see Philly do it because I'm not a big Bryce Harper fan. I can respect his talent, but his ego is. I'm surprised his helmet can fit. So big. And then if St. Louis pulls it off, I mean, I know Cardinals. One of the teams, you know them. They got the legacy behind them and stuff like that, tradition. So, and then the mighty Mets. I mean, if there's going to be one New York team I'm going to pull for, it's going to be the Mets. So
Well, I mean, they've been on the skid for a while.
they
Hopefully, they
definitely
can pick back up and
they
win it.
definitely can. Hopefully, I mean, we'll see. So, with that being said, what else we got? So this weekend is the Hall of Fame, which I ain't gonna lie, I kind of forgot about. I actually thought it was the beginning of the year. You brought it up in our chat that it was Hall of Fame week. So
It's tomorrow afternoon.
Yes, I believe it is tomorrow. After looking at it, so being a bad sports fan myself, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of forgot about it. So
Well, I think it's last year's class going in this year because they didn't have a ceremony last year.
Let's see here. So I'm reading. Will not be a new group elected to yet because of the class 2000 inductions will push back by a year. There will still be some entrants welcome. Okay. All right. I don't know because to me, well, let's see here. So September 8th will celebrate the greatest players of last year's event. Was postponed. The ceremony will be at 1:30 Eastern Time. It will broadcast at MLB. Okay. So yeah, it looks like they're kind of combining the two classes, kind of like the NFL did.
Yeah, except not a 2-day event. But yeah. And
So, but I'm trying to look at. Okay, so the Hall of Fame induction ceremony will honor. Oh, okay, no. So the Hall of Fame 2021 induction ceremony will honor the members of the 2020 class.
right, because they didn't have a ceremony last year.
No candidates were elected for induction 2021. So they did not do an election year this year. They just pushed it up a year or back a year. So So 2021 class, 2020 class, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
Dave chiming in. He said, "What's up, guys?" Dave, I'd ask you how your team's doing, but I don't want to hear you brag about the White Sox. So,
Oh,
how are you doing, Dave? You know, you want to give me your opinion on the White Sox? Are they going to win it all? Go ahead. We might read it. If you say they don't, I definitely will read it. So,
so
all
do
right.
you have the list of Hall of Famers going in?
Well, what I got is it looks like a class of 4. Was there more? I mean,
Well, I think it's like 5 maybe. We have
okay.
Derek
Yep.
Jeter,
Yep.
Marvin Miller,
Yep.
Ted Simmons,
Okay.
and Larry Walker. So yeah, 4.
Okay. And I know there was some other ones that, behind the scenes guys, play by play, they always have a few guys that we don't know of.
Yeah,
So
like
Dave,
some broadcasters or something.
yeah. So mess around. Dave chimes in. South side is the best side. I don't know. I always thought the east side was. That's where the
I don't
Jeffersons
know.
came from. So I don't know. But Dave, I gotta give it to you. White Sox probably have the coach of the year for sure in La Russa. So, but maybe they'll get that ring too. So let's see. So you got Jeter. I definitely know, in my eyes, no doubt that he was a Hall of Fame guy.
I've
I
seen
mean,
Jeter play.
yeah. So what do you think? I mean, definitely Hall of Fame. I mean, first ballot. I mean,
Uh, I don't know when, like, if this is his first ballot,
yeah,
but
this is his first ballot.
okay. Then
Yeah,
yeah, I would agree to that. I mean,
yeah.
anybody that really came from the Yankees is probably a surefire Hall of Famer.
Well, should they be?
Most of them. Most of them.
I mean, we had that talk on our NFL show. Should Troy Aikman been in? I mean, we're not going to get into that, but Jeter definitely was. I mean, he was the captain. They called him captain. He clutch plays. I remember one play. I think it was against Oakland that he ran clear across from shortstop to first base just to shuttle the ball to the catcher to get the out. Um, Against Oakland, I think it was, in a playoff game. So, and I believe his last at bat was a game-winning home run.
Oh wow.
I almost bet that. Anybody that's watching want to check that for me, but I'm almost positive he either had a game-winning hit or he had a game-winning home run in his last at bat. So, the other guy I know a lot about, Larry Walker, Colorado Rockies, Montreal Expos. Another guy that I think it took him a while to get in. I think he deserved it. I think he had some good years. I don't know if you know much about Walker, but
I haven't heard of him.
yeah, he was a face of Colorado when they became an expansion team. Won a batting title too, I think, named an MVP. Marvin Miller, Ted Simmons. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know who they are. I guess should have done a little bit of research, but again, I did forget that it was Hall of Fame weekend, or else I would have. So let's see if we can pull up something from them.
So I found that it was. You're right, Big B.
Yeah.
It was a walk-off hit in the final home game, and they were playing, I think, Boston.
Okay, so it wasn't
From what I'm seeing.
His last game was his last home game. Okay. I mean, still,
Yeah.
Not definitely not a bad showing.
No.
Hey, to go off. I mean, I think that's every kid's dream growing up is to, take your last at bat in front of your home crowd, deliver on a crucial moment. In any sport, you want to
Right.
you want to do it for the hometown crowd. So this year, again, we're waiting on Dirk to pop on. Maybe he got sidetracked a little bit. That's fine. But so 22 potential Hall of Fame ballot. So looking over the list, Kurt Schilling, he said he doesn't want to be on it no more. So we'll see if he gets voted in. Last year
I can understand that. I can understand that.
Okay,
Well, I
okay.
mean-
Explain why you can understand he doesn't want to be on it. I mean, he
I
should
think
have
he's
been
just
in.
getting. No, I agree, but I just think that he's getting tired of waiting and waiting and waiting, and he's just like, you know what? If you don't want to put me in, just take me off. I don't
Okay,
care.
I get your argument there, and I could see that. I believe last year's number was 71% that he got, so he just missed it because I think it's like 72 or 75%.
That's an odd number to reach, but okay.
Yeah, it's some weird number. It's 70 something that you got to reach to get in.
I would accept it 60%.
Yeah, no, it's a little higher. So
Because that's over half.
yeah, I don't know. It's some weird number. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's the voters. The voters are the media and stuff. It's not really like the players or coaches and stuff. Which
I wish they would do like not for
at
an
least it's not
all-star
the fans
game.
voting. At least it's
Well, I
not the
think-
fans voting.
But I think they should count as a tiebreaker. You know, like if you're
but then
sitting in a
you're
room
gonna
and
get
like,
people in there that probably shouldn't be like, I don't know, but so
yeah.
so next on the list we got Barry Bonds, and Roger Clemens, both on their 10th year of the ballot, along with Sammy Sosa. So those and Kurt Schilling all 10 years.
How many years are they on the ballot before they're
15,
They're
and then they
taken
go
off.
to I think 15, and then they go to a senior committee. So they can still get in after they're out the ballot, but it's a senior committee because Bert Blyleven was on his last chance to get in for the ballot and finally got on there. So those four are the longest tenured on the ballot. Honestly, if Kurt Schilling doesn't get in, I don't think any of the other guys will, because I just, Bonds with the asterisks. I mean, Roger Clemens should be in there. I mean, I just don't know how as dominant he was before all the steroids and stuff. I think he should have been in. Sammy Sosa, I like what he did when we came back from the strike season, him and McGuire. So I don't know. I mean, those are also the highest ones that are off the ballot. Well, Sosa was 17%. So, and then also, I think if they don't reach a certain percent of ballots, I think they get knocked off. So, and then his 9th year on the ballot, Jeff Kent, 32% last year.
I've heard of Jeff Kent.
Yep.
He was a Brave, wasn't he?
For a little bit, but he was an Astro mostly.
I heard he was very polarizing.
Yeah, he's a guy that's on the border in my eyes. So, number 6 on the list, and in his 8th year is Sheffield. Another guy, kind of borderline. I don't think he gets in, but I wouldn't be upset if he got in. Manny Ramirez with the Boston Red Sox, mostly Cleveland Indians. Another guy that, again, because of the era he played in, and he could be in, but again, I could see him not getting in, and again, it wouldn't hurt me either way. Omar and Scott Rowland, both in their 5th years, along with Andrew Jones, a Brave. So Dave chimes in. My Sox scare me. I want them to win it all, but they don't play well against other better teams. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie there, Dave. I mean, I don't want the White Sox to win it because they are in the same division as my Twins, but yeah, the games I've seen against better competition, they're struggling a little bit. So yeah,
but you're like, if the Twins aren't in it, I guess I root for them.
Yeah, see, that's the talk we had before. Marty is asking, will Crispy Bacon make the Hall of Fame? Hey, you never know. I mean,
what would my bust be?
a piece of
Or
bacon.
black
Come
or
on,
whatever.
piece of bacon easily.
There you go.
So
You get bacon. You get.
yeah. So, but yeah, Dave, you're right. I mean, if your team ain't playing against, good against the better contenders, it's going to be scary. So, and again, like Chris stated, should I root for the White Sox because they're in my division? I don't know. I mean, I like the Rays.
Well, I mean, it's like when they say if your team gets beat in the playoffs,
yeah.
do you root for the
root
team
for the team that
beat
beat you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some do, some don't. Definitely on the National League side, it's tough because I like the Brewers too a little bit.
Mhm.
But I would have to go with the Braves. I think the Braves, are destined to do it. They were killers in the '90s and only got one ring out of it, so they actually do. So I would like to see the Braves pull it out there. But back to the Hall of Fame. Roland, Vizquel, Andrew Jones on the 5th year. Again, borderline guys. I know Andrew Jones at the time when he played was phenomenal. Vizquel, heck of a middle infielder. I mean, if you go in for your defense only, Vizquel would be a Hall of Famer for sure. Scott Rowland, kind of a borderline guy.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we got Todd Helton from the Rockies and Andy Pettitte, which to me, I think Pettitte should be in. I know he's a dreaded Yankee, but again, he's part of that Yankee crew that did it at, got to the playoffs inside and out and all that. So, yeah, it's tough. I think Pettitte should be in. After that, there's a twin on here, Torrey Hunter. No, Torrey Hunter. Much as I like Torrey Hunter, thought he was phenomenal. If it was defense, yes, Torrey Hunter be in. But, I don't think Torrey Hunter put up the numbers to get in. So now we got to the first-time ballots here. Quite a few of them. I'll start off with some big names, but Dave chimes in. If it's the Packers or the Vikings, then no, I wouldn't root for them.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean,
it depends on the history with those teams.
But again, like you said, I mean, if you're a Packer fan, you're definitely not rooting for the Bears or the Vikings. And if you had a choice, you probably wouldn't root for the Lions either. But
well, I mean, I would only because it's like, oh, they made the playoffs, or
well, yeah, exactly. You would root for them. You're like, oh my god, they made the playoffs. Okay, let's give it to them. But
Yeah.
so baseball is different. He's also said baseball is different, though. I would root for the Twins to make it. Yeah, and I kind
True.
of, White Sox have had some good names. I don't think there's a big. I mean, unless it's Boston and the Yankees, or Dodgers, Giants, or Cardinals, Cubs. I don't think there's that big a rivalry in baseball like there is Packers, Bears, Packers, Vikings, and all that.
I'd root for the Astros if they made it. Maybe.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're in Texas. I mean, I can see you doing that. So, but moving on. So, let's see here. So, first-time ballot Hall of Famers. I'm just going to name off a few of them because there's a long list of them. Alex Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Is he in?
Yeah.
First ballot, or is it going to take him a couple years?
Couple years.
Yeah, I think it's going to take him a couple years. I know a lot of people are crying about him, and but the next guy on the list, I think he's in for sure this year, and that's Big Papi David Ortiz.
I can see him going in first ballot.
If he doesn't get in first ballot, then I don't know what the viewers or the writers are thinking, because
just send him all a message on social media. Why'd you do that?
I'm still mad the Twins kept Matthew LeCroy over David Ortiz, but it is. Mark Teixeira. He's borderline. I don't think he played long enough to actually put up the numbers he did. Jimmy Rollins, another decent infielder. I don't think he's got the numbers per se to get in. Maybe down the road, ballot 10, 11, 12, possibly get him, but I don't think he gets in. A guy's name, I know he's not going to get in, but I just love saying his name, Coco Chris.
I like that name.
I do too. Twins, got a couple former Twins on the list I see. Actually, 3. None of them, well, I should say none of them will. AJ Pierzynski will not get on the list. Actually, there's 4 now that I see it.
The list keeps growing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's so many here. So, as far as the Twins go, Pierzynski, Kyle Loesch, they're not getting in. Joe Nathan and Justin Morneau, I'd like to see them get them in. Again, it might take the last ballot to get them in. I don't think they'll get in, but I want to see them get in. Tim Lincecum is another name on here. Jonathan Papelbon. I think he was a starter at one time, but turned out to be a decent closer. I don't think he should get in. Ron Howard, a big, if I remember right, Philly first baseman, massive power. He might be another one that gets in late if he does get in. Let's see, who else am I missing here? I'm trying to look at some big names here. Javi Lopez, I think was a Braves catcher for a while. He could be borderline. I know he was a good defensive catcher, but that's the list of possible next year ballots. I mean, out of that list, and with the list that we talked about with guys previous on there, I only see two names that should be in the Hall of Fame. And to me, that's David Ortiz and Kurt Schilling. And I mean,
yeah,
Roger Clemens should be in there too. I mean, but
yeah,
so possibly 3 names on that list that should be in. What do you think, Chris?
I can agree with that. I mean, all those names, the top people you named off, that should be in the Hall of Fame. They should. Now, isn't there after you retire, is it like the NFL where you have to wait like 5 years and then?
Yeah, you gotta wait 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I never really liked that rule.
No, I don't either. And I know there's been the big debate. If the guy's a Hall of Famer after he retires, what's stopping him? Why does he have to wait 5 years? And I think hockey broke that with Gretzky and got him in right after he retired. I could be wrong. And I know the NFL's tried to talk about that with Manning and Favre at the time. Just put them in. And there's been talks with baseball over the years. Mariano Rivera shouldn't have had to wait 5 years, and this guy shouldn't have had to wait. So.
Or just I don't know, change the criteria.
Yeah.
Depending on your
get different
sport.
voters in, because these guys are so old school that anybody in the home run era, steroid era, even if they got they tested positive for it or got linked in the books or whatever, they're not getting in until the very end. I mean, so, and I know we bring it up every time or every show. I know brings it up. Pete Rose, I think he should be in. I think it's time his due. I know Dirk's another guy that would agree with me. Chris, I know you're young. You might know the name. You don't know the history, but you're the all-time hits leader. You should be in.
Yeah.
So, but so I think we agree. I think 3 guys in, and at least, and honestly, I see only one really. I think they're going to vote one in. I think it's going to be David Ortiz. Kurt Schilling, he said he doesn't want to get voted in, but and then Roger Clemens. So I will be shocked if there's more than 3, and I would not be shocked if it's just David Ortiz.
So, I think if anyone it'd be more likely for David Ortiz to get in.
Yep. No, I totally agree. Viewers, you're out. What do you think? Me and Chris on the right track, or are we hitting foul balls and there's going to be more people in there? Because we say David Ortiz for sure, Kurt Schilling and Roger Clemens possibly second and third, but no more than that. So, um, with that being said, the Hall of Fame is tomorrow. Catch it. We'll break it down next week if somebody says something interesting or
That's just eye catching, like, oh my gosh, he said that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think Derek Jeter speech will be a good one. Larry Walker will probably be a good one. But outside of that, yeah, I don't know who else. I mean, like I said, we might have a broadcaster or something on there. So, but I know we're about 20 minutes early. Dirk, if you're listening, where you at, my man?
Yeah.
So we'll run down the scores here quick. So it looks like Twins are about to close out. I'm just going to check here, make sure it's not a no-hitter. I know it's not, but looks like they're going to close out here 3-0 against the Indians. So they got one out in the bottom of the ninth to close that out. Giants over the Rockies 5-0. Top of the ninth, Pirates over the Tigers 3-2. Mets broke the tie, bottom of 7-4. Orioles 7-3 over the Royals. The Blue Jays over the Yankees 5-1. That's going into the bottom of the eighth. The Rays are destroying the Red Sox 12-4. Bottom of eighth there. The Braves and Nationals 5-2. Braves, you better start scoring, or else we're going to see the Cy Young winner Smith, and we know some Braves fans don't want to see that. So, Adam, Jason, and all you Braves fans might have to see that bad man, and Will Smith out there. Coming up, you got 2-1, top of 8, Reds over the Cubs. Brewers 3-0, bottom of 6. Bottom of 6 also, Dodgers over the Cardinals. We got a tie game. See, Seattle's listening to me, Sarge. I said they need to start scoring. It's 2-2. Keep it up, Seattle. Over Houston. We all know we love Houston.
Yeah.
Just started. White Sox and Athletics, top of first. And also top of first, Rangers, Diamondbacks. So, only game left is Angels Padres. So before we close out,
I have the.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Sorry, I got the playoff matchups if they were starting today.
Okay, let's do that. So what do you got?
So I got number one being Tampa Bay.
Okay.
They would play the winner of Yankees in the Red Sox.
Oh, that's right. They play a game. Okay.
Yeah. And then Seattle would go to Houston. Ooh. That'd be for the American League.
Okay.
National League, you would have the playing game of the Dodgers and Padres, Battle of California.
Wow. Okay.
And the winner would go on to face the Giants.
Okay.
And then the Braves would take on the Brewers on the road.
That'd be a good one. That Braves Brewers, I would be intrigued in that one because I like both teams. Dodgers, Giants, they're going to be battling here. I'm just looking at their schedule because. Oh no, it's bad. Let's go back. You said the playing game was what? Padres Dodgers right now?
Yeah. Let me make sure. I believe that was correct. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so
Dodgers,
they're going to see quite a few matchups here because in 3 days this weekend you got Padres Dodgers, And then at the end of the month, you got Padres Dodgers. So they're going to see quite a bit of Padres Dodgers baseball. So that might turn into a heck of a series for that one game right now.
Yeah.
Or it could drop. I know Dodgers are only one game out. So it could be Giants Padres, but so there's a battle there in that NL East on who's going to make it and fight for it. So just looking, any changes on for you? Anybody sticks out? Wild or Cy Young Award winner, MVP from last time, Coach of the Year. Any changes you think for the MVP?
No.
Okay.
What
I
about
think
for you?
I think it's going to be Otani. I think Otani's going to be AL MVP. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if they do co MVP and give it Guerrero, because Guerrero Jr. is kind of turned it on last few weeks, but outside of that, if it's not Otani, I don't know who it's going to be. For the Cy Young, um, I hate to give it to Cole, but I mean, unless you go, oh no, that would be National League. I mean, you could go Raul from Toronto, 13-8, but again, you got Cole at 14-6 with the 2.73 ERA, and he's on one of the hottest teams right now. Outside that, I think it's Cole and Cole for the Cy Young. I think Otani for MVP, Coach of the Year. I think is going to go to La Russa of the White Sox. Do you have any disagreements on that?
I don't. No.
All in favor say aye. No, I'm just kidding.
There's
I'm just kidding. So the
only
National
one
League,
person.
yeah. So the National League is kind of a different story. There's been many players involved in the front runners all got hurt, so now there's a new set of guys. Turner could be up there. They're still talking Tatis Jr. in San Diego. I mean, there's just many guys that could. Bryce Harper's been thrown up there. So to me, the NL wild card is and the Cy Young are all up in the air. Who do you think? Anybody stand out to you there, Chris? No?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a wide open race. I wouldn't even put my money on it. I just don't. I think it's too wide open. Nobody's standing out. But I mean, if I had to pick, I guess I'd go with the young Tatis. When he's in the lineup, he's deadly. When he's out of the lineup, the Padres are stinking it up. So to me, that's a true MVP. If my guy's not in there,
Yeah.
I mean, and the Twins just went final 3-0. So I'm shocked that they didn't give up a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth.
Well, at least like the Rangers won yesterday, your team won today. So I mean,
squirrel pies are out every once in a while. So.
But we should get a win. The Rangers should. They're facing the Diamondbacks.
You should. I mean, yeah,
they should.
I mean, you could probably pitch and beat the Diamondbacks. I mean,
I could. Yeah, they don't want me to pitch.
So
I would throw 100-mile-an-hour baseball.
So Cy Young, on the other hand, I mean, it was DeGrom's to lose. Of course, he's not going to qualify for it, which kind of stinks because the kid was phenomenal. But rules are rules. Unser for the Dodgers. I think I just blew his name up, but he's probably going to be. He's probably going to be the guy to win it. I know a lot of people are saying Scherzer, since he's been traded, has just been phenomenal for them guys. So to me, I think the Dodgers are going to win the Cy Young. I don't know which one. You know,
But
maybe,
somebody,
yeah, my vote's for Will Smith of the Braves. So, just throwing it out there.
right?
But coach of the year, honestly, if it's not the San Francisco Giants coach, and I'm not even going to try to think of who it is because I know it's not Dusty Baker, but who's ever coaching the Dodgers or Giants, if it's not them, I don't know what you guys are thinking because they weren't picked to do this. They were picked to finish closer to last place, and they're first. So if he's not the coach of the year, I don't know who it could be.
Yeah,
Maybe the Braves guy, who's ever coaching the Braves. So,
whoever it is.
yeah. So, but with that being said, we got a few minutes. I wasn't here last week to talk about the Little League World Series, but I gotta tell you, I feel sorry for. I believe the team was San Diego, not San Diego, South Dakota, with the young guy Gavin. The kid went 8-0, 143 and a half innings, or 143 and a third innings, one hit, two shutout or two no hitters. Could bat like anybody's business. Had like 6 walks to 100 some strikeouts. Feel sorry that the way it worked out that he could not pitch in the game to get him to the championship game, but they did fall short. But Gavin, you got a lot of keep it up because you're going to be in the majors someday. Hopefully, for my Twins, maybe the Rangers. As long as you don't go to the Yankees, I'll root for you. So shout out to them. Michigan, I think won the Little League World Series, so shout out to them guys. Outside of that, what?
I was gonna say it's hard to get there. It's harder to win it because at least in that one, you have to deal with 2 to 3 game series. Not only that, but I think they have like an elimination bracket to get back into the tournament.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, so
there's
a lot.
I mean, those kids play. Honestly, they probably play close to a 100-game season, if not more, with the tournaments and everything involved. So you start off in your league, and then you go to regions, and then you go to state, then you go to like national regions, and then you find yourself in the World Series, and you got the winners bracket, the losers bracket, and then typically on a normal year you would play overseas team.
Mm-hmm.
But this year they didn't invite in, or the overseas because of flight restrictions could not come over. So Michigan won it, So,
but that takes out the World and World Series.
Yeah, it sure does. I mean, and that's what some people actually complain about that in MLB. It should be called the World Series because it's just American League teams. But
if you think about it too, it is the World Series because you have players that come over from the Dominican Republic.
Oh yeah,
to all these different other countries. Right. So I could see it. In a way, it is called the World Series.
Yeah.
It just has a different meaning to it.
Yeah. Exactly. So, Chris, with that being said, give us a rundown to close out the show on anything on Coast to Coast we could talk about. What shows are on? You tell us.
We're moving stuff around. That's why our show is around this time slot now.
Yep.
We're I don't know if anybody saw the announcement on the Between the Ropes Facebook page.
Oh, we had an announcement. Breaking news.
Yeah.
All right. What is it, Chris?
We're getting another wrestling show. We're working out the name, so if anybody has any suggestions, please feel free to comment in the post. But it's going to be another wrestling show covering AEW, Impact, and maybe another one. We're not quite sure.
Yep,
as well as wrestling news and other stuff comes in. We'll still have the regular Between the Ropes, but this is in addition to what we already have. The show's growing in popularity. So we're just branching out.
Yeah, so again, for you fans that are watching now and are between the ropes wrestling fans or wrestling fans in general, between the ropes will still be on. You'll still see the lovely man they call Ace, myself when I can, Crispy Bacon, Dragon Viper, Mess Around, Sarge when he's free. You'll still see them. You'll still see the breakdown of Raw, SmackDown, and whatever else we can get to. This Tuesday show, like Chris said, is going to be AEW Impact recap a little bit, rumors, newses, and who knows? We might even be able to score some interviews and bring some indie guys on. It'll be
Yeah.
hosted by myself, Adam, or Ace, as you guys know, and we'll also have William Hudson, who runs.
Top Rope Collections, I believe.
Thank you.
Is.
Top Rope Collection.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the first word. I knew it was Rope Collection. I couldn't remember the first one. So William will be on there. We're working out details on everything. We don't know. It will premiere next week after On Deck. So check that out. Chris, and I didn't mean to interrupt, but what else do we got on tap the rest of the week?
You're fine. Movie hour is still going to be Saturday. On that one, we're going to add TV shows.
Okay,
as
so
well
we're
as
thinking
movies.
rewriting that a little bit. Okay, so
yeah. So, any suggestions on that? Feel free to comment.
And I will not. Right now, as it stands, I will not be on Movie Hour or whatever we rename it to.
Right.
My son has soccer committed, so I will be doing my parently duties and being at soccer. We will get the return of Dragon Viper as the host of that.
Back.
Yeah, so check out that. Like you said, it'll be TV shows now, movies, yada yada. We got Sports Minute tomorrow. You'll see myself. You'll see Adam. You'll see J-Mac. You'll see Vic. I know Vic was happy with her Ducks winning, so she'll be hotting and hooling, quacking, and whatever. And then we also have whatever with Joe tomorrow.
Yeah, with a special guest.
Special guest. We've seen the guy before. I'm not gonna. I know his name starts with an M and his last name starts with a P, and he's a big Jared Golf fan. So that's all I know about the guy. And then we also got Joe and Bo show tomorrow, and then Sportsman. And then Thursday, Chris, GS for Hire.
I think that's it.
Speak out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that one might be pushed back a little.
Okay.
Because of Thursday Night Football.
Oh, that's right, Thursday Night Football. So
yeah.
And then
but
Friday
it will be on. So.
Okay. And then Friday, I know we got the Win-Win show. Is that what it's called, Win-Win, or?
Yeah, and then
for me, betting wise, it would be take my money and show me that I shouldn't bet anymore. But because when it comes to bets, I'm not good.
And then on that night too is cooking with Jody.
Oh, Cooking with Jody moved to Fridays. Okay, I did not know that. All right, cool.
Because she got a new schedule and that seemed to fit. So
all right, and then Saturday we've already talked about it. Movie hour, sports minute Saturday edition.
Oh, and Friday we have Four Bros.
Oh, Four Bros late night. Yep.
Friday. Yeah.
We go on dark because it gets a little dirty.
Yeah.
And then Saturday we've already talked about. Sunday, join us for the first week of football. We'll do our picks on Morning Tailgate. Myself, Chris, our man Low Row, and then Sunday night you'll get Between the Ropes, and then Chris, we'll see you Monday to kind of recap the football week. You and Dirk.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, Chris, if you don't have any other announcements or anything else to say.
I don't. Just thank you guys for watching, tuning in, and we'll see you next week for On Deck.
Yep, exactly. Thank you, Mess Around. Ace, you had a few comments out there. Anybody else who views this as a recap or you just come across it, thank you for joining, commenting. We'll see y'all next week on Deck. Have a good one.